So, happy Sunday. So, today is story time. And the subject of this video is leadership. So, I'm going to start this story off by saying I went to a class. It was a leadership class. And and we went through a whole week of leadership class. And at the end of this class, the big boss comes in and gives his take on leadership. Okay? What do I know in this situation? 9 times out of 10, I know that he's probably going to say something to the effect of, you can ask me any question you want. If I have the answer, I give it to you. And that's exactly what he did. So after a week, the last day, he comes in, he gives his spiel, and he asks the question. So his spiel, he's an older gentleman, and he kind of get in his spiel, he kind of talked about his path through leadership, and very impressive actually. Ex-military like I am, and no, as a officer, and then as and coming into this leadership uh, position, or this leadership position he's in, leading up to. So I'm sitting there listening, and yes, it came to the point to where he says the exact things that I said before. Okay, the floor is open. You can ask me anything you want. I'll do my best to answer. If I don't have the answer, we figure it out like this. So it's 20, 25 people in this class, and nobody's saying anything. Nobody's asking them any questions. So I raise my hand. So he looks at my name tag, he kind of raises up and looks at my name tag. Okay, Mike, Mr. Mike Hunter. I see you got Mike in between your name. I said, yeah, I really enjoy being called Mike. Uh, sir, so I go to stand up to speak to him. He said, no, 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 have a seat. This is us having a conversation. I said, okay, no, no problem. Oh, I appreciate you, sir. So I said to him, I said, I don't really know if this is a question or what it is. It's more. It's got some statement in it. Is part of a question. Maybe we can go like this. It's okay. So I said, we've all been sitting in this class for 5 days. In this class about leadership, and very nice class. And you came in, of course, and you gave your spiel over leadership and stuff like this. But I have one question. And so I asked the question. The question was, how much of yourself do you still see, even you as a young second lieutenant, how much of you do you still see in the position that you're in right now? And he looked at me. First, he looked down as to try to find an answer or he didn't know how to answer. And then he looked up at me. He said, "You stumped me." Now, mind you, this guy's 80 years old. So I say to him, that's not my intention. What I did say to him was, and if you don't see yourself, or you do see yourself, what's the difference? And he sat back. I mean, it was maybe a 2-3 minute conversation between me and him. And I never really got an answer. There was never really any solid answer because I would always bring a question. I would always bring a question to counter, maybe counter. I don't know if that was what it is, but it would always stop him in his tracks. But about 6 months later, I got my answer. He retired. And the moral of this story is, as a leader, if you forget who you are in the job that you're doing, what are you doing it for? What are you doing it for? Leadership is personalized to the person wearing the shield. Leadership is personalized to the person wearing the shield. The shield does not make the person makes the shield. But it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. Any good leader would tell you that. And that's the bottom line.